What's good people? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss Channel. Today we're here to talk about the Los Angeles Rams and them being too soft to win the Super Bowl as of right now. Stay tuned because we'll talk about it right after the bumper. What's good people? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, comes off the heels of the Los Angeles Rams getting curb stomped by their division rival, the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers, every single time, it seems like they play their best football every time Sean McVay and the Los Angeles Rams come into town. They beat them 31-10, 5 drop passes, 2 interceptions for the Rams, including a pick six that Jimmie Ward ran back off of Matthew Stafford. Now, like I said, all the drop passes. Odell Beckham didn't have that great of a game, and you can't like dilute the fact that Robert Woods isn't coming through that door anymore. And that seemed to play an effect, like have a big impact on the way the Rams were able to play football, or the lack of football that they were able to play. Not to mention, Deebo Samuels is one of the most talented receivers in the NFL. Now, I get it. He doesn't have the stats that live up to some of the best guys in the league, but pound for pound, just pure talent, the way he's able to run the ball out of the backfield like a running back, catch the ball, and when he's in open field, good luck trying to tackle Deebo Samuels for the 49ers because this man is a beast, period. Deebo is a beast as far as talent-wise. There aren't too many receivers in the league or just plain football players in the league that are more talented than Deebo Samuel, and that's me standing on that. But like I said, the 49ers seem to play their best football when the Rams come to town or when they go to visit the Rams. They hadn't won a home game in over a year. They had lost, 8 or 9 straight home games. The last home win they had was against Sean McVay's Rams. Now they get their home win against Sean McVay at the Rams. See, this is the second loss in a row that the Los Angeles Rams has had, and it's proving to me that as of right now, this team is too soft to win the Super Bowl. 2 weeks ago, I know I was talking about this team winning the Super Bowl, being one of the best teams in the entire NFL. But as of right now, this week, I can't see it. I see teams like San Francisco. I see teams like the Green Bay Packers. I see teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just simply being way too physical for the Los Angeles Rams. The way San Francisco was able to dominate and the way the Titans were able to dominate, just simply hitting the Rams in the mouth. It looks like they just hit them in the mouth. And Sean McVay has gotten away from the running game. Henderson hasn't been able to make any plays because they just simply want to throw the ball over the field. They get down early, and now you have to abandon the running game. But they're abandoning it early. And one thing that I think I saw Ryan Clark on TV talking about this, and it definitely is true. He said because Sean McVay has Matthew Stafford, this big, bright, fancy new toy, he is forgetting he's leaving a lot of his offense on the field. And what he means by that, and what I heard, was that they're not being as creative. See, when they were with Jared Goff, they had to be super creative to make up for the fact that he wasn't as talented. He wasn't as talented as a guy like a Matthew Stafford or a guy like a Russell Wilson who they played in the division, or a guy like Aaron Rodgers who they play in their conference, or a guy like, Tom Brady who they play in their conference. He wasn't as talented as those guys. So they made up for his deficiency in talent by doing a lot of gadgets, doing a lot of sweeps, a lot of motions, a lot of bootlegs, a lot of play action, a lot of different things. Very, very much creative in the mastermind that is Sean McVay. And not to mention the fact that they always stuck to their stretch running game. They always had a really good back. It was Todd Gurley for a long time, and then last year was Cam Akers, and obviously Cam Akers got hurt before the season, but Henderson is still a very suitable, very good back. But now the fact that they have Matthew Stafford, they just want to go 5 wide and throw it all around the field all day, every day. And that is just something that isn't going to work. That is just something that, quite frankly, will not work. And he still needs the creativity. Yes, he is more talented than Jared Goff. Yes, he is a better quarterback than Jared Goff. But the creativity is still needed. The creativity is still needed because, let's be honest, Matthew Stafford ain't never won nothing in his NFL career. He's never won a playoff game. He's rarely been on good teams. People love to say how good Matthew Stafford is, but his teams have never done nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. And that was while playing with the Hall of Fame wide receiver in Calvin Johnson. Now, there was this tweet put out by Nick Wright. First things first, Nick Wright of Fox Sports. And this tweet was huge. And it made me think why, as of now, the Rams are too soft to win a Super Bowl. And maybe they're just not good enough to win the Super Bowl. This tweet that Nick put out, let me see if I can find it really quick, because it epitomizes what's going to have to take place if the Rams even want a chance at winning the Super Bowl. Let me share my screen, and you be the judge of this. You tell me if you believe the Rams can do this. It says the Rams are all in on this year. It says all in, but they are all in on this year. When you go out and acquire Von Miller, when you go out and acquire OBJ, when you go out and acquire Jalen Ramsey, when you trade away all your first and second round picks, you go out and trade for Matthew Stafford, you are all in on this year. It says the Rams are all in. They have no first or second round picks next year and no first round pick the year after. Their current path to the Super Bowl would be, listen to this, currently, right now, because they're not the leaders in the division, the Arizona Cardinals are, so they'd go into the playoffs as a wild card. You got to remember that. The current first round would be at Tampa Bay, who's winning their division. Second round, at Green Bay, who's the current leader in the division. In third round, if they make it to the NFC Championship game, either at the Dallas Cowboys, who's playing amazing football, or at the Arizona Cardinals, who currently just took a loss to Cam Newton's return in Carolina, but Arizona's very, very good. And not to mention their quarterback has never won a playoff game. That is tough sledding. That is tough sledding. That's a lot. It's a lot for the Rams. With a quarterback that's never won a playoff game, that's a whole lot. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Leave your thoughts in the chat and in the comments. What do you think of the Rams? Right now, I said they're too soft to win a Super Bowl. Way too soft. Tennessee showed it last week, and the 49ers showed it today, that you can hit the Rams in the mouth, and they are going to fold. Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. You can follow Victory Formation on Instagram at VF Sports Show, on Instagram at VF Sports Show, and me on Facebook, Jeff Lightsy Sports on Facebook. That is Jeff Lightsy Sports. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.